Hey, how's it going, everybody? Burnt Brian here, and welcome back to another Whatever Wednesdays. In this video series, I like to give channel updates, talk about what's going on in my life, and answer random questions and talk about topics submitted by you, the fine viewers, all while enjoying a cold adult beverage. Today's drink of choice is going to be a big-ass Mich Ultra because, unfortunately, I can't find any malt liquors anywhere in my community. Am I just not looking in the right place? Are they no longer in mainstream gas stations where you live? Like, do I actually have to go into the ghetto, into like the worst parts of town in order to find a Schlitz or a Mickey's or an Old English? Because every other gas station I've been to in my area and surrounding cities, none of them have malt liquor. So this is the best I got. It's a big ass Mich Ultra here. So I just wanted to, this probably isn't going to be a very long video because I don't have any topics or questions submitted by you, the fine viewers. If you would like to hear something discussed in next week's video or any future Whatever Wednesday videos, please drop something down below in the comments. It doesn't matter what the topic is, whatever the question is, I'm always happy to talk about it. This is all about interacting with you guys on a personal level, not just reviewing stuff, but just, shooting the shit basically and talking about what's going on. So like one thing that I wanted to mention, I know that I've been working really hard with the YouTube channel. I think I got burned out last week or the week before, just really stressing about trying to keep a schedule, trying to make sure videos come out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and, Sundays. I think it was just a little bit too much with what I got going on at work and my personal life around the house, the obligations that I have with my career and just, general house upkeep and things like that. It's just too much to try to maintain a schedule, especially when you don't have a huge following and whatnot. It's just, it's not worth it to try to stress so much over something that should be fun. And the whole idea of making these videos is just to have fun and interact and, find a lot of people with similar interests as me. And, hopefully we can build a good, fun community out of all that. But I just got way too stressed out. So I apologize last week's video. If I seemed like overly stressed out, I've decided to step back a little bit. I'm even going to change all the names of my playlists. They're not going to be dedicated days because just like today, this morning, I released a hot sauce video. I don't want hot sauce videos to just be on Wednesdays, but, I want to be able to post them whenever I feel like throughout the week, or beer reviews. Craft beers, any of that kind of stuff, food reviews. I don't want it to just be a fixed day. And if I don't feel like uploading something that day, then I just won't. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to make it just this ultra priority that's going to just make this whole thing not fun for me, right? So that's the goal for me right now, is to try to chill out a little bit, relax, enjoy making the video content. Since I've done this though, I will say that my Facebook has started to, be more, build more of an audience. I've been really trying to focus on that a little bit more. I've seen an increase in followers, which is nice. I'm really trying to stick to posting regularly there. So if you're not following me on Facebook, please, they'll have a link down below in the description, of course. It's just, you can search for Burnt Brian. I'm sure you'll find me. If you're not following, please do follow me there. It really just helps the numbers, and I'm not even worried about the numbers and the analytics and stuff. I find that people are interacting a lot more on Facebook than they are here on YouTube. A video here might get 15 views and, no comments, where over on Facebook, I could post it and get a ton of likes and a bunch of comments and stuff. So anyway, just trying to get some people to head over in that direction a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, the YouTube stuff's going well. I'm steadily filming stuff. I know next month I'm going to go on vacation, so I've been stockpiling a bunch of videos, making sure I've got plenty of hot sauce and beer review videos and food videos and stuff so that I can have them ready to upload. They'll be scheduled, ready to upload. I'll be where I'm not going to have very good internet access. I'm not going to have my computer with me, so I'm not going to be able to edit stuff and upload things while I'm, out in a cabin by the river. So, and I'll talk about that in just a minute too, and what I plan to film and do while we're out there. It's going to be my birthday vacation getaway next month. It's really looking forward to it, especially not working for a week. It's going to be great, though. I always hate coming back from vacation and all the emails and all the stuff that you have to wade through. But anyway, before we get into too much else, I'm going to take a big old swig out of this big ass beer. Thank you so much to all of you that are watching. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch. And if you comment, especially, thank you so much. Really love interacting with all of you. So anyway, cheers. Oh, man. I'll tell you, after the day, the way that the day kind of ended, this cold beer is definitely much deserved. So I have a stupid dog. I say that. He's just overly excited. He's a bull in a china shop. He's a 55-pound pit bull that's mostly very muscular. He doesn't have much fat on him. And I don't know why, but every time we go to the backyard to run around, because I usually let him out in the front yard where we sit on the porch and we can watch him and stuff. The goal is eventually, if I get this whole land issue settled that I've got going on with an easement and other stuff behind me, then the goal is to build a privacy fence that'll go all the way around the backyard, an 8-foot privacy fence, and that'll give us the ability to let Link out. Link's the name of my white pit bull. And he'll be able to just go run around in the yard and have fun, and we don't have to watch him. We don't have to worry about cars driving by or people walking down the road. He'll be in an enclosed area, and he'll just be able to run around and have fun and do what he likes to do in the backyard. But every time I let him, we start going around to the backyard, he just takes off. He books it. He starts running as fast as he can. Like, he starts creeping as we get up to the corner of the garage, and then boom, he takes off, zooms, goes all the way around the watershed. Around the back of the yard, there's now this dirt track where he just hauls ass all the way around to the woods in the back, and he does it every single time we go. So once he broke my water pipe, I have a pipe that sticks up the ground that was right next to the garage and a faucet on it. Somehow he had already ran through and snapped that thing off close to where the faucet head was. And so, yeah, I mean, it sucked because it was after hours when my local hardware stores had already closed, like Ace Hardware. So I had to drive roughly 40 minutes to a neighboring city to go find the PVC parts I needed to fix the pipe, and then drive another 40 minutes back and then try to fix it as the sun was going down. This time he took off, and I guess he must have hit with his eye or in the eye region that brass faucet that's sticking off, and he completely broke the water pipe under the ground. So, I mean, I come around the corner, I heard him take off, I heard him bang into something, and then when I look, I see the water pipe dangling down, and water was starting to come up, and I was like, great, this is just awesome. So I had to go turn off the water supply. I was really mad at him. He went inside. I went to the local store. Thankfully, they're still open. I was able to go get all the parts that I need. In this 100-something degree Florida weather, I had to dig up where the pipe was broke at, since it's underground, and it was a good, I would say, at least 6 inches, if not more, underground. And I don't know, the moron who ran power to the garage whenever they built this extension to the house and, had power run out there, they ran it directly over the water pipe. So as I'm out there trying to dig around, thankfully I'm always very cautious when I dig at all for any kind of pipes and wires, because, obviously you want to look out for live wires. I saw it and was able to just carefully, dig around it and got all the way under. I made sure that the power was cut off at the breaker, so there's no chance of me electrocuting myself. And then, but I don't know, who knows? The guy who ran the wiring is kind of a moron, even though he worked for an electrical company, apparently. But anyway, I was able to get in there enough to saw off the broken end of the pipe underground. I put on a new elbow piece, bought a 5-foot piece of PVC, cut that down to the size I needed it, bought a new faucet, another elbow piece, and I got it all put together. I let the cement sit for over an hour, maybe about an hour and a half or so, and turned on the water. I don't see any leaks, but I'm going to leave it uncovered for at least tonight, and if I make sure I still don't see any leaks, I'll go ahead and bury it. And then this time I'm going to put some sort of chicken wire, a little barrier around that shit, so if he takes off, he's going to, he's going to hurt himself. He's not going to break the damn pipe for a third time. But yeah, I do feel bad. He did, end up, when I came back in after fixing everything, I felt really bad because I was very mad at him, and I get it. He's clumsy, doesn't understand. But then, his eye, he's just sitting there squinting the whole time, and I can see it's very red under there. But I don't think he's going to need to go to the vet or anything. I'm hopeful that he just needs to rest, that he really banged the shit out of his eye. And I'm hoping that he'll just rest tonight. We'll see how he's doing tomorrow morning. And if it is, still bad or, worse, then we'll take him to the hospital and get it looked at. I think he just needs to rest and take it easy for tonight. And hopefully he'll be doing a little bit better tomorrow. Cause I don't want my, as much as it sucks, having to make these emergency last minute repairs and stuff, the last thing I want is for my poor dog to be, really hurt. So, anyway, I was glad that I was able to fix that myself real quick and easy, you know, not having to call some plumber or something to do a ridiculous job that would cost thousands of dollars for something like that was so simple. So anyway, that problem was fixed. That's good. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's just been, it was already a hectic day, and then this happens right at the end. It's like, shit, you know, now I've got to stop what I'm doing with work. I was in the middle of working on some projects. I had to quickly run to the store, had to do all this stuff last minute, but hey, man, that's life. Just shit always comes up. Stuff's going to happen. It is what it is. You just got to learn to roll with it and deal with it the best you can, and not, you know, get too angry, because life happens, you know, and you can't always control everything in your life. And there's no point in getting overly mad about things that you have no control over. So anyway, we'll take another swig out of this. Cheers. God. Ice cold and delicious. I wish I could chug faster, but unfortunately I'm not good at just opening the throat and letting it pour down like some people are. I've got to, you know, actually swallow every gulp, which takes a long time. But damn, that's nice, cold, and refreshing. Yeah, so otherwise, you know, that's kind of what I'm looking for the channel. Keep an eye out, like things are changing, playlists are changing. I'm going to be updating my website so that, you know, the playlists aren't just built on you know, days out of the week. They're just going to be standard playlists. And, you know, I mean, yeah, it would be nice if somebody who watches my beer reviews and doesn't really care so much about the hot sauce stuff, if there was a dedicated day. And I'm going to try to stick to Thirsty Thursdays in general, because you know, it's just the way it always has been with my channel. But, you know, I mean, shit, it may be Saturday I feel like putting up a hot sauce video or a food review or whatever. I mean, it's just going to be whenever I feel like doing it. Hopefully you guys are fine with all of that. Yeah, otherwise, don't really have a whole lot going on. I mean, like I mentioned at the beginning, next month I'll be on vacation. So my birthday is August 24th, and you know, we're going back to the same place we went to last year, though I think it was October when we went to this cabin. It's a really awesome place. It's out on kind of the Santa Fe River, where the Santa Fe meets the, oh shit, I can't even think of the other river, but basically there's like a few, Itchnatutney, I think is the name of the river. So they have this open to the public area where you can go and ride down the rivers and stuff. But at some point you reach a spot where it's netted in and you can't go any further. You have to get out of the water at that point. And that's because beyond that net is a bunch of housing. It's a private part of the river where those who live on that part of the river, it's blocked off for just them. So where we're staying at is going to be somewhere deep along that part of the river. So we have our own private access. It's called the Confluence Cabin. We really had a good time when we went last time, and it was just the two of us, and we only went for a couple days. This time we're going for 5 days, I think. So we're really looking forward to it. Link, our dog, loves it. It's a huge fenced in area, giant fenced in yard where he can just run and run and run and run all he wants. And it's kind of nice because he's not up my butt all the time. He's out, you know, actually running around and smelling things and peeing on everything he possibly can. And then they also have this huge dock that runs all the way down to the river. And then there's a big enclosure. Well, not enclosure. It's a covered area down at the end of the dock where they've got like a giant couch-sized swing and plenty of bar space so you could put all the foods and drinks and whatever you wanted out there. And there's also a private access for the HOA where you can go and launch on a raft if you want, a tube, and it's about a 45 minute ride down the river, and you can get right off where your dock is and just, you know, go back up. So we'll be bringing the e-bikes with us, and I think this time we're supposed to have a couple of our friends go out there with us because it's way too much for just the two of us. There's an upstairs that has 3 bedrooms, a downstairs that has it's just like one big bedroom area. It's kind of where kids would stay usually, but there's a big couch and I think 1 or 2 big beds down there as well. Plus each upstairs, downstairs has their own bathroom. And there's a huge deck that goes out off of the upstairs area that overlooks the backyard and wind chimes up top. It's so quiet, so peaceful. Really love it out there. And so I'm looking forward to taking a week away from, you know, everything, all the stresses. I'm still going to film some stuff while I'm out there. I'm planning to bring some craft beers so I can do some special reviews right along the river edge. You know, we're going to be doing, you know, some cooking stuff while I'm out there. Hopefully, just kind of, probably we'll do a whatever Wednesday while I'm out there and kind of show off where we're at, show you what the cabin's all about, so that anybody that is in the Florida area, if you were looking to rent the same place that we did, you could go to Verbo, and you could, rent the place for yourself. But hopefully, everything goes as planned, and we'll be having an incredible vacation away from everything. I know I live on a lake. I'm just across the street from a lake, and we live in a small town, but the town is increasingly growing every year. More and more people moving here, more and more traffic all the time. And so, I don't know, out there it is literally just quiet. There's nothing. You hear nothing. Now there's a shit ton of mosquitoes, so we're going to make sure we're covered on, bug repellents and all that stuff. But otherwise, it's going to be a really awesome experience again. And the water, that's the one thing. The water does suck too. It's got, it has that egg, rotten egg smell to it from the sulfur in the ground, I guess, or a sulfur smell to it. But otherwise, you can't complain. We're going to bring our Bartesian, so I'll have the cocktail maker and a whole bunch of different cocktails. And, thankfully there is a store that's about 5 to 10 minutes away up the road. Otherwise, there's really not much anything out there. There's a gas station and then miles before you get to really anything else. So that's going to be cool. Again, I just want to stress again, if there's anything you guys would like to hear discussed in any of these future whatever Wednesdays, please be sure and throw them down below in the comments, and I will make sure to talk about whatever topic you would like to hear me discuss, no matter how controversial. And I would also answer any questions you have. It's just kind of like my way of interacting. I don't really do vlogs necessarily where I just walk around and show stuff. I just try to do these videos as a way to not just be sitting here reviewing products. It's just a way to interact. My Porch Pirate videos have been doing good. I've been getting a lot of views on there, and I've had several people, say that they also had poor experiences from the Porch Pirates group, where you can get liquidation boxes. I guess they're basically like Amazon, Target, Walmart returns or whatnot. And so these people buy them, they put them together in, random mystery boxes and then sell them. And, and I've done several services that have come out great, and I've gotten a lot of good products through those liquidation services, but Porch Pirates has been crap. The 2 boxes I bought were crap. I had one person comment, they said they bought 10 boxes. You gotta think the 10 boxes are like, even the lower end ones, $59.99 a piece. They said everything they got was junk. All the stuff that I'm getting was open, torn packages. You don't know what some of the items even are. Most items had no resale ability, even though I don't buy those things to sell. I like getting those mystery boxes for the fun of seeing what's in it. And it often has a bunch of little gifts that I can give away to friends' kids or friends or family during different holidays. So, as far as I can say though, Porch Pirates is a company I would probably avoid if I were you. And, I'm looking forward to some folks that said they have ordered. Now they're afraid of what they're going to get based on the video I made. I hope those people come back to my video and comment and tell me whether or not their experience was good or not, because personally, the way it looks right now, the company is curating special boxes for reviewers, for people that are going to make content. And they're giving them good boxes with good products. And in some cases, the high-end mystery item like an Xbox or, a Louis Vuitton purse or whatnot. So, it's kind of just been my experience that it's mostly crap. So, I'm going to take one more swig out of this, and I'm probably going to end up wrapping up this video because I don't have a whole lot else to talk about today. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Nothing like, I know it's only 4.2%. I really like my craft beers. I have a taste for a lot of different things. I like craft beers. I like certain malt liquors. I like booze. I like regular beers, regular mass-produced beers. It just, it depends on the mood, where you're at, like what you're doing at the time, what the weather's like, the season. There's all sorts of factors that play into what I drink at any given period of time. I'm certainly not drinking a heavy imperial stout out in the sun, in the Florida sun, 100-degree weather while I'm sitting on a boat or by the lake. I really do enjoy sometimes just a simple, regular old light beer, light lager. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure and give it a big thumbs up. Lets YouTube's algorithm know to push this out to more people. If you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss on any future content. I am trying to put out videos almost every single day. Really trying to do the best I can. May not be every day, but whatever. I'm getting close. I'm getting a lot of videos a week. And I am posting a lot of stories and reels on Facebook, which is why you need to go to my Facebook and like it. Also, check out www.burntbrian.com. I'm trying to make updates there steadily. You know, I don't know if you noticed, I do have my branded hat. My mom hooked me up with a few different things. So I've got a couple different hats. I do always like my fitted hats. But you know, like I've got one for certain beer reviews, say cheers. I have several different hats in there as well as a beanie for the winter time when it starts to get cold out. But really cool for her to do that. I also have some branded glasses, and maybe one day, you know, if things take off and I actually start getting a little popular around here, then maybe I'll consider doing some kind of merchandise that would be similar, hats, t-shirts, branded pint glasses and stuff like that. But we're not anywhere close to that point yet. But anyway, again, thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay toasty, my friends. We'll see you in the next video. I'm going to go finish this and chill out.